Today we are reading Peppa and the Coronation. It was bedtime and Peppa and George were listening to a story. And then the fairy queen cast a spell, the ice melted and everyone lived happily ever after, read Mummy Pig. The end. Wow! When I grow up I want to be a queen and make everyone happy, said Peppa, sighing. Mummy Pig smiled as she tucked Peppa and George into their beds. What a lovely idea, Peppa, she said. You'd make an excellent queen. Mummy, asked Peppa, did you want to be a queen when you grew up? Mummy Pig laughed. Unfortunately, that's not quite how it works, Peppa. To become a king or a queen, you need to be born into a royal family. Oh, said Peppa sadly. Mummy Pig gave Peppa and George a kiss goodnight. Did you know there's going to be a coronation soon, she said. No, said Peppa. What's a coronation? A coronation is when a king or queen is crowned, said Mummy Pig. Ooh, Peppa gasped. That's exciting. Sighting, agreed George. Isn't it, said Mummy Pig. Now sleep tight, my little ones. But Peppa couldn't sleep. She kept imagining being a queen. George, are you awake? She whispered. If I was a queen, I would have a shiny gold crown and I would jump up and down in muddy puddles every day. The next day at Playgroup, Madame Gazelle told the children that they would be having their own coronation. Whoever can tell me what a coronation is will win a special prize, added Madame Gazelle. Everyone went quiet. Nobody knew what a coronation was, except Peppa. Oh, she said, putting her hand up. Me, I know. Yes, Peppa, said Madame Gazelle, smiling. A coronation is when a new king or queen is crowned, said Peppa. That's right, Peppa, replied Madame Gazelle. Well done, you have won this special prize. You will be crowned Queen of Playgroup, Madame Gazelle finished. The children gasped. Ooh! Pippa grinned. Susie Sheep frowned. Don't worry, Susie, said Madame Gazelle. After Peppa's coronation, everyone will have a turn at being king or queen. Let's get to work, said Madame Gazelle. We need to get everything ready. A coronation is a very special occasion. She pulled out paper, scissors and glue. The children began to make a crown and a throne. Cut, snip, stick. When everything was finally ready, Madame Gazelle admired the creations. Wonderful, children, she exclaimed, clapping her hands. And now it is time to crown the Queen of Playgroup. Madame Gazelle took a cape from the dressing up box and draped it around Peppa's shoulders. Please be seated, she instructed. Peppa sat down on her throne. Susie, said Madame Gazelle, the crown, please. Susie passed the shiny gold crown and Madame Gazelle placed it carefully on Peppa's head. Pedro Pony played a fanfare on his recorder. Toot, 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 toot. Ahem. Thank you, Pedro, said Madame Gazelle when he'd finished. Peppa, I pronounce you Queen of Playgroup. Yay! Everyone cheered. Thank you, said Peppa in her best royal voice. I promise to be a good queen. Madame Gazelle put on some music and everyone danced and enjoyed a royal feast to celebrate Peppa's coronation. Peppa thought being a queen was going very well indeed. She danced so hard that her crown fell off. Susie picked it up and held it out to Peppa with a curtsy. Your crown, Your Majesty, she said. Peppa giggled and carried on dancing. Would you like to try it on, Susie, she said. Peppa undid her cape and wrapped it around Susie's shoulders. "I've got an idea," she said. "Sit on the throne, Susie." Susie sat down. "Ahem," said Peppa, signalling to Rebecca Rabbit to turn off the music. Click. Peppa carefully placed the crown on Susie's head. "I pronounce Susie the new Queen of Playgroup." Pedro played another fanfare on his recorder. Toot 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 toot. Yay! Everyone cheered. Susie did a special little royal wave from the throne. Then she did a big royal walk around the room and ate a delicious royal biscuit. "Susie, Your Majesty, may I have a turn, please?" asked Danny Dog. One by one, everyone had a turn at being King or Queen of Playgroup, even Madame Gazelle. It was so much fun. At the end of the day, Madame Gazelle presented Peppa with her crown to take home. "What a wonderful queen you've been, Peppa," she said. "You've made everyone very happy." "One is most pleased," said Peppa with a royal smile. At home, Peppa told Mummy and Daddy Pig all about what had happened at Playgroup. "It was the best coronation day ever," said Peppa. "I knew you'd make an excellent queen," replied Mummy Pig proudly. "Ho ho," said Daddy Pig. "I wish I could have been there. I look rather good in a crown." That gave Peppa an idea. "Come on, George," she said. "You can help." A while later, Peppa and George appeared carrying crowns for everyone. "Ta-da! Look what we've made," said Peppa, holding them out. "You were right, Daddy Pig," said Mummy Pig. "You do look rather good in a crown." "So we are a royal family after all," said Peppa. "And now I declare that we should all have a royal jump in some muddy puddles." "Muddy," agreed George. "One loves being royal," shouted Peppa. "Everyone loves being royal."